Alright. Time to jump back into Sam and Max Hit the Road. I think I can just load. Yeah. So, what did we have last time? What were we doing?
What's up?
Only Sasquatches and their data are allowed on the convention floor.
Okay, we're not allowed in because we're not a Sasquatch. But that doesn't help me find what we were doing last time. What are you doing, Max? Okay, last time, there's a cat at our office that we can talk to but doesn't really do anything. Stop doing that, Max. No, get over here. There's a cat at our office who we could talk to but didn't really do anything. We haven't been able to win the strength game at the carnival still. We need something to probably make Max heavier or stronger. There's a wig in the bedroom of, what's his name? Conrad something at Bumpusville Mansion. We have 2 new locations that we just got. And this phone booth right here in front of this Bigfoot, who seems to have injured feet.
Stop.
What's up?
Only Sasquatches
No, he doesn't
and their
let
data
us
are
in,
allowed on the
so
convention floor.
I don't think we can actually do much here yet. Okay, let's go to one of those 2 new locations. Jump in our car. What was it? This dinosaur location and this tomato, I think? Let's go to tomato first. Celebrity Vegetable Museum.
Celebrity Vegetable Museum.
So what, these are vegetables that look like celebrities?
What detail?
See the carrot leaning out of the book depository?
Never mind that. What about the string beans behind the fence on the grassy knoll?
Okay. Apparently they have Lee Harvey Oswald vegetables as well.
So this is where it all happens.
It's making me hungry, Sam.
You don't want to eat these veggies, little buddy. They've all got faces on them.
And?
Yeah, what's wrong with eating vegetables that look like Lee Harvey Oswald? Or this is that Alfred Hitchcock? I think.
Your likeness from picture. I can't believe Harrison actually agreed to this.
It is a stunning likeness, though.
It's amazing what they can do with mushrooms. Remaindered Conroy Bumpus eggplants.
I guess his 15 minutes of fame are about up.
It's a whole heap of eggplants shaped like Conroy Bumpus' head.
I guess let's take one.
I can't use these things together.
Can I take anything else?
I can't pick that up.
Okay, well, we've got a Conrad Bumpkin eggplant. Suppose.
What the holy mother of gourd is this?
Oh, isn't it obvious? I grow vegetables in the shapes of famous celebrities. For a small fee, I'll grow a vegetable from a photograph.
Oh, that would have been my second guess.
1 second. I'm also adjusting the volume here. Okay.
I grow more fascinated by the moment. So what's the biggest thing in vegetable celebrities right now?
I can't believe I lived long enough to hear you say that, Sam.
You may not believe this, Sonny, but the biggest thing right now is miniaturization.
Miniaturization?
Peas.
Peas?
I know, it seems impossible. All we are saying is give peas a chance.
So what do you know about Bigfoots?
Well, they don't translate well into vegetables. I have been experimenting with the idea for a while. There's just no such thing as a furry vegetable.
Check out our fridge.
What prompted that batch of Conroy heads over there?
Well, I was trying a new growth hormone for some of my more distinguished personalities when I realized it was no good. Now it won't stop. They just keep growing like that. Big misshapen growths on top reminded me of Conroy Bumpus, so I ran a special.
Well, bye.
Okay, well, that doesn't provide a lot of help. But we did...
It's an eggplant that looks somewhat like Conroy Bumpus.
Did get us a Conroy... Wait, what's his name? I keep forgetting.
It's an eggplant that looks somewhat like Conroy Bumpus.
Conroy Bumpus. Okay, I thought it was Conrad. Conroy Bumpus. Is there anything else here? I think that's pretty much it. Wait. These things.
Which one of these guys is the walrus?
The celery stalk.
Yeah, so this thing over here about Harrison and the mushrooms was a Beatles reference. Knew it.
I applaud this woman's monomania.
Okay, I don't think we can do anything else here right now. We did get an item. Actually, is there any hair growth?
I can't use these things
Can you
together.
use hair growth on anything?
I can't use these. 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 I can't use.
Worth a quick shot. Okay, dinosaur time. Dino Bungee.
Dino Bungee National Memorial. At least the DeSoto stopped making that funny noise.
I told you not to run over that biker gang.
How did that look at the car and not the dinosaurs back here? Might be able to walk up this way.
What kind of dinosaurs are those, Sam?
From the size of their granfibular extensions, I'd say they were a couple of brachiosaurs.
Are they dangerous?
They're only robots, Max. Dinosaurs have been extinct for millions of years.
No one tells me anything.
Can I walk this way? No, I cannot. Okay, good. Found that fast this time. Rather than, don't want to have the same thing happen as when we were in the magnet area where there's just a spot we didn't walk.
Look, a 70-million-year-old statue with no graffiti.
I thought it was missing something. Where's the crayons?
No way.
Why not?
You're artistically inept.
Can I just paint his toenails red?
Maybe later. I've seen hair like this somewhere before.
Your butt?
No, this hair has the same coarseness as Sasquatch hair.
You don't suppose they skin Sasquatches to make this cheesy roadside attraction?
Who knows? More importantly, who cares?
Okay, so maybe we can use his hair for something?
Hi, I'm Wally the woolly mammoth. I may be extinct now, but during the Ice Age, I was king of the mammals. Hi, I'm Wally the woolly mammoth.
Can I take your fur or anything?
Hey, Max.
Hey, what?
I've got a job for those mighty incisors of yours.
What?
See that woolly mammoth?
What about it?
Stop playing dumb and get chomping.
Maybe I'll dress up like a Sasquatch with this. You just chilling or what?
Fine work, Max. Now we've got more full woolly mammoth hair than we'll ever need, and we've learned an important lesson.
Yeah, the woolly mammoths died of embarrassment.
Okay, I'm guessing we're gonna have to make a costume.
It might be nice to have
Wait,
It might be nice to have a hairy Stiltwalker's costume, but I've got nothing to keep the hair stuck to the suit. I can't use these things together.
so I need something to stick the hair to the suit, and I'm also gonna need stilts, I guess. Alright, good progress, good progress.
Hi, my name is Rex, the Thunder Lizard. During the late Jurassic period, I was king of the dinosaurs. As you can see, my tiny forearms are quite useless. But I more than make up for it with my powerful tail, my muscular legs, and my savage razor-sharp teeth. Some people make fun of me because I've got a brain the size of a walnut. But they usually stop making fun of me after I eat them. Hi, my name is...
Can I take anything
I can't
from this
use these things together.
guy? If I need either his teeth or his arms, maybe I can do something with this.
I can't use these things together. I can't...
Let me write that down as something we might need to come back to. Alright. Time to go to...
Let's
wherever
do
this is.
George. George, fo forge, banana, fana, fo forge, fee, fi, fo forge, George.
There isn't any president. We can't rhyme.
Let's do Thomas. Thomas, fo
Just wondering
famas,
if we would do
banana,
this for all
fana,
of
fo famas, fee, fi, fo famas, Thomas. Let's do Teddy. Teddy, fo fetty, banana, fana, fo fetty, fee, fi, fo fetty, Teddy.
Alright, well, can I bungee jump at least? Tarpit slide.
This place evokes a sense of wonder.
You have to wonder.
This line's not moving very quickly.
The same thing could be said about the plot.
That's not funny, Max. It's a line of cheery children. I can't remember the last time I saw so much tar.
Me neither, but my long-term memory is virtually non-existent.
Maybe I can use tar to stick this outfit together?
I can't use these things together. I can't use the... I don't think he'd want that. I can't use these things together.
How am I gonna use tar here?
I'm not getting tar all over Max's fur. I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together. That's a good idea. Too bad the retriever won't bend over the top of the pool.
Retriever won't bend over the top of the pool. Okay, so I think I'm on the right track here almost.
I can't use...
Let's save first.
Oh, it's a natural woodland creature enjoying the advancements of humankind.
And his friend with the snout seems to be submerged in the fun as well.
Okay, I'm gonna need to find some way to dunk things in this. Oh, you know what? Probably from bungee. Yeah, there guys bungeeing down. Where's the look?
She must be the instructor on duty. She must be the instructor on duty. She's not my type. I don't indiscriminately use people, except Max.
Come on, I'm trying to use the whatever this machine is down here.
That's kind of a long drop. Bungee cord.
Okay, so we probably need to bungee down into the
Are you in
dig
charge
something
here?
in the tar pit.
Yes, I'm an Olympic bungee jumper and I know everything there is to know about bungee jumping.
Olympic bungee jumping?
Wow, she sounds sure.
What do I do?
The principles are important to master. Get a safety harness from behind that little screen over there. Once that's on, it's important that you jump from the board toward the pit of tar below. But I'm sure a great big hunk of fur like yourself would have no problem.
Yeah, sounds easy.
Looks dangerous. Hey, that furry pig thing is still down there.
That's the beauty of this tar. It's always at the right consistency and temperature. It could be days before you sink too low for us to find you.
I'm convinced. Let's go, Flyboy.
Yeah, let's do it. Bungee time.
My nose is running.
Whose isn't?
Bye.
So long, cutie.
So there's a harness back here.
Quit that. So, what do you think?
It fits you just fine.
Stop doing that.
Ooh, stand back. She may pounce.
It's a danger I face every day. So, Max, what do you think?
A regular 007.
Are you sure?
Clint, baby, would be nervous. But get moving. I'm beginning to think you're stalling. Clint.
Baby.
Who's stalling? I'm just waiting for my buddy to come here and check out this spectacular view. I can't use these things together.
Okay, how do I tie myself to this, I guess?
That won't work. I better pick up the tar first.
Oh, I need to scoop it. Okay, scoop, tar, and cut. Wait, why did I come back up?
I better pick up the tar first.
Okay, cup and extendo. Man. Keep doing this. Wait, no, I need this.
Now the costume is covered with tar. Now we've got a Stiltwalker's costume covered with tar and faux woolly mammoth hair.
Alright, so...
I can't use the... I can't use the...
Now what? I can't think of anything else I need to cover in tar. Yeah, there's probably like nothing else for me to cover in tar. Probably. Anything else to say?
How can you take the smell?
After a while, your nose will go numb and you won't care. Trust me.
Bye.
So long, cutie. Hey, you can't leave with that on. Put that back.
So, we've got a costume for the, Bigfoot party. I think we're gonna need the hairpiece, though. Yeah, I'm gonna guess we need the hairpiece as well to pass as part of our costume to go in there. Wait, I just realized you're bungee jumping out of the noses. Weird. How are we gonna get the hairpiece? Probably something to do with the eggplant that looks like Conroy.
Close enough for jazz. Let's go. I don't think he'd want that.
Stop.
What's up?
Only Sasquatches and their dates are allowed on the convention floor.
I guess we could try it on.
Oh, we're using the phone booth as a changing room.
That's what I call one pitiful attempt at subterfuge.
Yeah, it's not good enough. Let's try to get the... But I just forgot what it was called again. The wig. Let's try to get the wig. How are we gonna get the wig? we not get the wig?
And stay out.
We did get the wig, anyway, somehow.
Okay, I've attached Conroy Bumpus' toupee to the Stiltwalker's costume.
Okay, let's try again at the Bigfoot party. This one. I wasn't expecting that to work, honestly. Like, I thought we would at least need to do something with it.
I can't use these things together. I guess we could try it on.
Hey, that's a downright nice Sasquatch costume. If I was in any way inclined to be nice to you fellas, I'd reward your ingenuity by letting you in.
I don't think he'd want that.
I need to help this guy with his foot problem, probably.
Stop!
What's up?
We're gonna do
Only
that.
Sasquatches and their dates are allowed on the convention floor.
Dang it, I accidentally clicked out the window. What are these again?
These are pamphlets for the Mount Rushmore Dinosaur Tar Pit and Bungee Jumping National Park, in some place called the Celebrity Vegetable Museum. It's a pillow with hair tonic all over it.
I don't think I have anything that looks like it'll help this guy. Because his feet hurt. Well. What can we do for a Sasquatch whose feet hurt? Still want to win this game somehow. Can I shave it?
I can't use these things together.
Shoot. What's Max have to say if I talk to him? Will he help me at all?
Are you as confused as I am?
More so.
Rasp, rasp, rasp.
You're losing it, Sam.
I'm concerned about this Conroy Bumpus character.
Don't worry, Sam. We'll mop up the floor with his cheap toupee.
Let's just take a look at what we had. This is used to change into Sam Squatch costume. So, we still
Well,
have this
that's
thing.
all.
Get back there. We still have this game.
I'm filled with disgust and an odd sense of foreboding.
And
You're looking hale and hearty, little buddy.
I'm a coffee achiever, Sam.
I wonder where Bruno is.
I bet your life savings that he's at the Bigfoot party at the Savage Jungle Inn.
I wonder where Trixie is.
I shudder to think of the gross kissy-poo noises she's making with her boyfriend Bruno.
I'm concerned about this Conroy Bumpus character.
Don't worry, Sam. We'll mop up the floor with his cheap toupee.
Rasp, rasp, rasp.
You're losing it, Sam.
Why is this game called Car Bomb, anyway?
To avoid getting the pantsuit off us.
But you don't wear any pants.
Don't remind me.
Want to do some painting, Max?
You know us lagomorphs are colorblind, Sam.
That's weird. So am I. What do you think we should do with these paper dolls?
I say we go down to the scummy side of town and give a bunch of hoods some paper cuts.
What?
I'm excited.
Who isn't?
Well, that's all.
Okay, so we still have to somehow win this game, presumably. Because using Max alone is not enough.
Hey, Max.
What?
Can you ring that bell?
Sure.
You're my hero, little buddy.
Like, unless that is supposed to be it working, even though it looks like it's not.
I can't use these things together. I can't use these things. These are pamphlets for the Mount Rushmore Dinosaur Tar Pit and Bungee Jumping National Park, and someplace called the Celebrity Vegetable Museum. It's a scorecard from the Gator Golf Emporium, and these are pamphlets.
So those two things seem to have only
It's a still.
gotten us new locations, but they still take up inventory space.
It's a still.
These things down here we just straight up haven't used.
I can't use these things. I can't use these things. I can't use these. I can't use
And I have no idea what to be doing.
A stunning portrait of John Muir, famous naturalist.
Portrait. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing.
I can't use these things together.
Like, of the two new locations, one of them was almost empty and we got an item there that we already used. And then the other one we got 2 items at. So like, I don't know if there's more to do with those locations. Oh, actually, no. I know. Make portrait from picture.
What do you make of this?
Famed naturalist John Muir, huh? This looks like a zucchini squash to me. I can do this, but it'll take a short while.
Would you like any of my
I don't
other
think she'd
items?
want that. I don't think she'd want that. I don't think she'd want that.
Incidentally, we're out of milk.
I'll make a note. I grow more fascinated by the moment. How late are you open?
As late as you want. Gotta grab the sales when you can in this business.
What about Sasquatches?
What about him?
Know anything else about Conroy?
What's there to know? My eggplant is a fine representation of all his charm, wit, and personality.
Wait.
Need to know anything else?
That'll do it for Conroy. Thanks.
We used
Well,
the
bye.
eggplant that looks like Conroy to steal a wig, and then it didn't matter
Oh,
that
really?
it looked like
I can't
Conroy
pick
at
that
all.
up. Are you? This is a completely unusable thingamabob.
Okay, so she's gonna make us a celebrity. I think she said it was a zucchini, right? So she's making that for us. What else can we do right now, though? I have no idea why we would want to do that. I just realized, though, that that's something we can do.
Where's my John Muir vegetable?
Here you go, son. A zucchini squash that looks just like John Muir.
Gee, thanks, ma'am.
What is that going to help us with? I can't think of anything that we would need
Thanks.
a
Bye.
vegetable that looks like this guy.
It's a gourd that looks just like John Muir, the naturalist. I can't use these. can't talk to that.
Nothing about getting that seems that useful to me. Check out Dino Bungee again. So things we did here. We stole fur off of this mammoth. Can't walk any further right.
I can't get over how much this mammoth hair resembles Sasquatch hair.
Yeah, we stole that and made a Sasquatch costume out of it. And then there's this T-Rex.
I wonder how he flossed with those itty-bitty hands. I wonder how he flossed with those itty-bitty hands.
Already tried taking it apart with this.
I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together. That's a good idea, but there's nothing for the I can't use these things together. Maybe if the jaw was angled better.
Say, ah!
I can't pick that up.
Hi, my name...
No, really, I can't pick that up.
The jaw was
Hi,
angled
my
better?
name is Rex, the Thunder Lizard.
Are you damn? I can't talk to that.
Hi, my name is Rex.
Maybe if the jaw was angled better.
Say, ah!
I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together. I can't use these things
Maybe
together.
if the jaw was angled better. What am I trying to do
I
here?
can't use these things together. I can't use these things together. I can't use these things
Okay, so
together.
I definitely have to do something with the rope and this T-Rex jaw. What? I have no idea. It's not
I
rope.
can't use these things together.
Rope.
Maybe if the jaw was angled better.
Maybe
Say,
if the
ah!
jaw was angled better. Because when I'm talking, or when I'm making it talk with
Hi,
this,
my name is Rex,
I
the
can't
Thunder Lizard. During
do
the late...
anything.
This
Like,
is
if
a
I-
completely unusable thingamabob.
If I step
Hi,
away,
my name
it
is
stops
Rex,
talking
the
and the mouth
Thunder
closes.
Lizard. During the late Jurassic period, I was king of the dinosaurs. As you can see, my tiny forearms...
Wait, maybe when it roars.
Hi, my name is Rex, the Thunder Lizard. During the late Jurassic period, I was king of the dinosaurs. As you can see, my tiny forearms are quite useless. But I more than make up for it with my powerful tail, my muscular legs, and my savage razor-sharp teeth.
Yeah, for some reason that works. I have no idea why that works or what I'm gonna get out of doing this.
I can't take it anywhere. It's 91 yards of string tied to a dinosaur's tooth.
What am I doing?
We finally got the tooth.
The whole tooth?
Nothing but.
Why did I do that? What do I need this for?
I can't use these things. I can't use these things together. I can't use these things. I can't use these. I can't.
I have no idea why I did that. It happened to work, but I didn't really have a plan for doing that. It's just, I clicked it, it happened to give me a unique prompt of like, hey, I can't quite do that yet. And now I've stolen a dinosaur tooth. Well. No, I want to look at it.
It's a somewhat authentic dinosaur tooth.
What do I do? this on anything.
I can't use these things together.
I don't have any context for why I would use a dinosaur tooth. Like, that doesn't lead me to solving anything.
It's a somewhat... I don't think he'd want that. I don't think she'd want that. I can't use these things together.
Dinosaur tooth. Dinosaur tooth. Dinosaur tooth.
This...
We have the circus with 4 people. Only thing I think we have to solve there is the strength contest. We have our office. There's nobody there except a cat who shows up sometimes. Don't think anything to do. A giant ball of yarn. 2 people there. I can't think of anything we do. Bumpus Phil. So you can drive there. Right clicking apparently does just drive you on that map. I don't think there's anything we could do with the tooth here. We already stole the wig, we did the VR, we stole a painting, we freed a Bigfoot. Which is pretty much every room in that house. Fish. Fish, a single guy fishing. Use tooth.
I can't use these things together.
That's what I thought. Frog Rock. Frog Rock. This had nobody at it. We only met aliens there. This is where we stole the tooth. Other than where we stole the tooth, it's got a pool of tar and bungee jumping. Alligator. This is just gator golf. Is there anything there? There's a dude there who didn't have anything useful for us. And there's golf. Oops, dropped a tomato. Can't think of anything we need here. We already got 2 items there. Then there is... This is the inn. The Bigfoot there said he'd let us in if we could do something for him. And I'm assuming we need to give him something to help his feet, because his feet are like sore. I don't think there's anything else here that's helpful. We haven't talked to this guy since we did stuff earlier. Talk to him again.
You're back.
And we're bigger than a bread box.
3 bread boxes even.
What do you want now?
Could you repeat all that stuff about Bigfoots again?
Sure, man. Blah, 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 blah.
Useful.
What does your mood ring tell you?
It says I should trust you implicitly, for you are a child of the universe.
Well, I guess
No,
that's
that
all
doesn't
for
help.
now.
Make yourself at home.
We got an item from him. We've solved the door puzzles. We got one item here. Don't think she has anything else to say.
I could go for some right side up cake right now.
It'd just make you down, Chuck. Trust me.
Anything else you can tell us about the snow globes you used to sell?
Only that their continued existence threatens my livelihood.
We'll be back.
Back, front, it's all the same to me.
Can I do anything with the snow globe here?
I can't use these things together. I don't think she'd want that. I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together.
No. How can I use the snow globe here? I'm actually gonna be right back real quick. So I will be like a minute here. Alright, I'm back. So, don't know what to do. Don't have anything useful written down on this notepad. Yeah, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm surprised we got his teeth that easily, or his tooth anyway, considering I have no plan for it at all. So we got two things from right there. Use anything else on this?
I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together.
What do I do with this thing?
It's a gourd that looks just like John Muir, the naturalist.
John Muir, the naturalist. Why do I need a gourd that looks like someone? Why would I need this ever?
It's a miniature mighty volcano statue. I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together.
God damn it.
It's an empty snow globe without a stopper. It's a bucket of golf balls. It's a pillow with hair tonic all over it. It's a gourd that looks just like John Muir, the naturalist. It's a rasp. It's a somewhat authentic dinosaur tooth.
So we need to fill the snow globe somehow. Dinosaur tooth is somewhat authentic. John Muir, the naturalist.
It's a pillow with hair tonic all over it. I can't use...
I assume we'll need the hair tonic off that pillow somehow. And I can't walk over here anywhere even. Even though it kind of looks like I can, like this looks like a boat or something, I can't actually get over there in any way. Nor any further to that side.
I don't think he'd want that. I don't think he'd want that.
Crap. Crap.
I can't use these things. I can't use
to get this
I can't use these things. I can't use. Bigfoot, let me in.
Not by the numerous hairs on my chinny chin chin.
What's bugging you? We just want to check out the party for a minute to see some friends.
Aside from my flea and tick problem, my feet hurt. It's not like a Sasquatch can order up some orthopedic shoes anytime we want.
Yeah, his feet hurt. Obviously we knew that. We don't know how to solve it though. Problem.
There must be a way in.
Not unless you're a Bigfoot.
No, we knew that too. Talk to her again? Do you have anything better to say?
Miss Morrison?
Yes?
About Conroy Bumpus.
Do not speak that name in Evelyn Morrison's presence. He is but a mere candle when compared to her supernovic brilliance.
How many Bigfoots are here anyway?
All of them.
That's a lot.
I have this sudden craving for an umbrella drink.
Evelyn Morrison's Jungle Inn has the greatest umbrella drinks in the world, with over 237 kinds of rum.
All in just one drink? Which way to the bar?
Take it easy, Max. You don't even drink.
Oh, yeah. The toucan must have put words into my mouth.
I'll get back to you later.
Evelyn Morrison will always be there for her admirers.
Toucan.
Just a typical brain-dead toucan. I can't use these things together.
Do you want any of my items, Toucan?
I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together.
There was a bit of dialogue about the toucan at first.
I can't use these things
together. I can't remember
together.
what it was.
I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together. It's just a typical brain-dead toucan. I hear there's a remake in the works with Julia Roberts and Bruce Willis.
I don't have anything else I even think.
This is a
seems
completely
appropriate here.
unusable thingamabob.
Well. Shit. Can't do anything with this lizard up here at the front either. Maybe I can fill my snow globe somehow. Let's try
I can't
doing that. Where has water? No water. No water. Maybe water? No water. Definitely water. No water. There's a well here we can interact with. This pond we cannot as well, however.
I think we have to throw money in this thing. Nah, this thing's malfunctioning. I can't use these.
Go back in here for a sec. There should be 4 rooms? 5 rooms. Yeah, we took that. Took this book.
It's a pedestal.
Took the wig, took the book.
The best never rest.
No, nothing at all. Crap. We did this VR thing already. Is there anything else useful in here? Operate this.
Howdy, partners. I'm Conroy Bumpus, and welcome to Bumpusville. Feel free to wander the mansion, but for Pete's sake, don't touch anything. Howdy, partners.
Okay, no, that sounds like a whole bunch of crap. We did stop in this room. This is where we stole the portrait. Did I not walk to that room? Wait, I can walk over here. Boots. What?
It's Max.
Is this nothing? I couldn't walk over there before, like I thought
can't
I
use
tried
these
to.
things together.
So it's weird that I was able to walk over here, but also there's nothing here. Like they went through a secret passage right here that I also can't go through. Crap. I'm so lost. Where else is there? Fishing area, fishing area. It's got a fish that I can potentially still do things with. Anything else there? No, not really anything else there. no ideas. I've got no ideas right now. The robot's not even here anymore either. Let's go to the fish area. I would like to fill my snow
I
globe,
can't pick that up.
but I don't think I can do that right now. Unless this for some reason works.
I can't use these things together.
Damn it.
What a hunk of filet. I'm naming it Bubbles.
It's a big fish net.
That's all that's here, right? Yeah.
You work for Scale, don't you?
Oh, hardy ha ha.
What became of your great uncle, the Bigfoot?
They shaved him down and he became a successful lawyer. No one ever noticed.
About that helicopter.
Don't get me started about that fiendish contraption that leaves me to toil Sisyphus-like for all eternity in this chilly creek.
Oh, okay. Still don't want to talk about Conroy Bumpus?
That'd probably be best for everyone.
You must really love fish.
Actually, I'm allergic to them.
Then why do you work here?
Because I'm more allergic to poverty.
Don't move.
Can't look at this thing. Can't look at that thing. Can't look at the giant fish.
World of Fish.
Crap.
No, really, I can't pick that up.
Just driving places hoping I think of anything.
I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together.
What do I do? It sucks. I had a couple areas to go to, and I did a bunch of stuff at the start, and now I'm just lost.
It's a rasp. I can't use these things together.
Damn it. I tried combining all my inventory. I think I've tried most of them.
It's a gourd that looks just like John Muir, the naturalist. It's a somewhat authentic dinosaur tooth. It's a stiltwalker's costume covered with tar, faux woolly mammoth hair, and a toupee. It's an empty snow globe without a stopper. It's a pillow with hair tonic all over it. It's a rasp. It's a bucket of golf balls. It's a rasp.
How am I supposed to figure out what to do here? Like, I feel like I've got just, like, no leads at all.
These are pamphlets for the Mount Rushmore Dinosaur Tar Pit and Bungee Jumping National Park, and someplace called the Celebrity Vegetable Museum.
I don't, like, I have passes, or pamphlets for that? I feel like nobody has been interested in getting pamphlets for that.
I don't think she'd want that.
I need to know at least, like, I don't know. If I knew where to go, maybe I could have a chance here. But, like, I have all of these locations and all of them feel empty. So, re-talking to people doesn't seem all that useful. Bumpsville.
Frog Rock.
I guess there's no frogs even a little bit at Frog Rock. Oh my god, what the heck is there? Like, I don't think there's any chance that talking to anyone, where's my mouse? There it is. Don't think there's any chance that talking to anyone will get me.
Hey, Flame Boy.
Yes?
Can you please put on a shirt?
No. Anything else?
Pretty sure these are all.
Did
over
Trixie
here.
tell you anything useful before she and Bruno escaped?
Nope. She is not a very talkative girl.
You're sure you have no idea where Bruno was headed?
I haven't seen the poor soul since I liberated him.
Don't you mean since I loosed the savage beast on an unsuspecting populace?
Semantics.
Are you sure you don't know anything about Conroy Bumpus?
He is a country singer, right? Sorry, but I don't know much about him. I'm more of a Mambo fan. Anything else?
Nah.
Good.
This thing, I still don't think there's any way to get. Didn't mean to walk there.
I still can't get over your incredible grotesqueness.
Have you lost something?
I don't think so.
If you haven't lost anything, then get out of the lost and found tent.
Touchy.
I haven't done anything with these guys inside either, actually.
I can't talk to... I can't use these things together. 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 I can't use these things together.
Picture this guy again has nothing new.
Which one do I talk to?
Me!
Him!
Well, it's back to the Bigfoot hunt.
Accidentally clicked off.
You know, I dated a Siamese twin poodle once.
I think that would be twice, Sam.
What can I do for you?
Well, it's back to the Bigfoot hunt. Hey, tattoo boy.
What?
Bye.
It's been swell.
Well, pretty damn sure I don't need to rewrite the Cone of Tragedy.
Let's ride the TOL again.
If you insist.
There's also, I feel like, no chance that this guy
Doug,
doesn't still
huh?
suck.
Are you sure there's nothing more you can tell us about Bruno?
I've told you all that I know. You should really talk to my uncle, Shavul.
I think that's all for now.
Fine. You can find your own way out.
The only place that feels like progress at this point is the Sasquatch guy. Not this rock. Or that's not a rock, that's a burger. Once I clean my glasses. But the only thing that feels like progress at this point is this guy whose feet hurt and who doesn't seem to want my pillow for his feet.
I don't think he'd want that.
Would you like a tooth?
I don't think he'd want that.
Would you like a John Muir?
Stop.
What's up?
Only Sasquatches and their dates are allowed on the convention floor.
I don't think he'd want that.
Would you like to play golf?
I don't think he'd want that.
Would you like a snow globe?
I don't think he'd want that.
Would you like a key?
Here.
What does he want a key? That's like a thing for wood shaving, and he's just grinding it on his feet.
Really great.
Okay, that's done.
I owe you guys.
Hello, beach. I don't understand why that guy wanted to just grind his feet. That thing though is like a wood file.
I guess we could try it on.
Okay, well now he'll probably let us in. That's dumb. That was like the what, 6th item I tried on him?
Hey, that's a downright nice Sasquatch costume. I'll let you guys in with that one.
Alright, we're in. Whatever. We in there. We are now a perfectly disguised Sasquatch.
Looks like something important's happening.
Hundreds of years ago, it was becoming apparent that our time was running out. Yet we were slow to heed the warnings of impending doom. The seemingly slow encroachment of mankind and all that his many living styles entail seemed like a vague and distant problem. A problem for future generations of Yeti to solve. Blithely, we sat back, ignoring our own inner call for action. Tradition and the status quo were our excuses for complacency. The certainty of not just losing our way of life, but possibly our very lives. And the
Jimmy
demise
Stewart,
of our entire race is now becoming a reality. A reality we can no longer choose to ignore. As it turns out, the humans and their technology are moving faster than we are, much faster than we had anticipated. And so we now face the final crisis.
I think he's trying to do a Jimmy Stewart impression.
Together, not just acknowledging the need for change, but embracing change not just with our hearts and our minds, but with our actions, we will fall behind, moving backward into extinction. Well, back to the music.
I can't talk to that.
Talk to this guy.
So, fellow smelly woodland creature, where have you been hiding for the past few years?
Hiding? Dude, I've spent the last 8 years manacled to a dunking booth. If Bruno and his girlfriend hadn't rescued me, I'd still be there.
Your appetite's bigger than mine.
Hey man, if you'd spent the past 8 years on a bread and water diet, you'd be scarfing down everything in sight too, dude.
So where are all the bodacious Bigfoot babes?
Take it easy, Max. You don't even like girls.
I don't?
Dude, are you like having an argument with your belly button?
No.
Have you seen Bruno around?
I haven't seen the dude since he rescued me. I hear he's hiding out from a crazy bear and bunny who want to drag him off to an evil carnival.
Bear?
What was that?
Gas. Have you seen Conroy Bumpus around here?
Is he the guy that coined the phrase, hang 10?
No, he's a country western star going berserk.
Ew, heinous.
Have you heard from Trixie?
I guess she's hiding out with Bruno.
I'll let you get back to your food.
Mahalo, dude.
Okay, well, guy didn't have anything good to tell me. Also, what is this music? This is almost like Mayan sounding, maybe? Not well, like
what choreography?
Not Mayan necessarily, but like I don't know.
What choreography?
Sounds weird, whatever this is.
Chateau Sasquatch 92. A very bad year.
Alright, we all know that you always want new wine. None of that old stuff.
What choreography? He looks spooky in a cheery sort of way.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
You're the skinniest Bigfoot I've ever seen.
I've been fasting in preparation for the day when the aliens come to rescue us.
Aren't you the abominable... Never mind. Has Bruno shown up yet?
Keep your voice down. Bruno's involved in a top-secret reconnaissance mission to the aliens' home planet.
Of course. How silly of me to forget. Have you seen Bruno's girlfriend anywhere?
Wait, why are there aliens now?
She's helping Bruno contact the aliens.
Oh, yeah. You haven't run into Conroy Bumpus, have you?
No, but I know how to deal with him. He has a near-fatal vulnerability to ice, like all beings from the evil planet Snargton.
Wait, so he's an alien?
Keep that in mind.
Conroy is an alien. He is weak to ice. I don't know why he's weak to ice, but he is weak to ice.
We'll catch you later.
Figure of speech. She looks friendly in a scary sort of way.
Hey, baby, what's your sign?
Property of Vanuatu.
Vanuatu?
Vanuatu. The Bigfoot chief. The guy who just gave that speech. My husband. Don't sweat it, Junior. If I had a tree for every time a teenage Bigfoot's made a drunken pass at me, we surely wouldn't be in the mess we're in today.
Not really. If must be a hoot being married to our commander-in-chief.
Oh, it's not that great. Sure, you get to travel, but sometimes you get so lonely. Why, just yesterday I was telling my therapist, Nancy, sometimes it's so lonely at the top. Then she had the nerve to say, oogly, oogly, oogly. And I said, yib, 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 oobada, 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 walla, 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 blah, 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 yada, 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 yada. And then she said, wabbada, 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 wabbada. Of course, I just said, walla, walla, walla. So she said,
Hold on, I'm trying to find if I can turn the music volume down compared to the voices.
Yada, yada, yada. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow, bow.
I can. Okay, I'm gonna turn the music volume down a little.
Gee, your hair smells terrific.
You should talk to my hair care specialist, Janet. She does marvelous work. Why, just last autumn, she was soaking my head and I said, Janet, you're just about the best hair care specialist I've ever known. So she said...
Shut up.
Have you seen Bruno?
Bruno? Why, me and Mr. V have known little Bruno since he was knee-high to a pig. Salt of the earth, Bruno is. Nicest, most generous Bigfoot you'll ever meet. Dumb as a post, of course, but generous. Why, just the other day I was talking to my manicurist, Kimmy, and I said, Kimmy, that Bruno has got to be the dumbest creature to ever walk the surface of the planet. And then she said, blah, blah, blah.
Have you seen Trixie around here?
Trixie? Nice girl. Wonderful human being. Complete fashion victim, of course, but so pleasant. Just last week, I was talking to Katie, my color consultant, and I said, Katie, that Trixie girl wouldn't know a burnoose from a sarong if her life depended on it. Then she...
You haven't seen Conroy Bumpus sneaking around, have you?
Internationally renowned country western superstar Conroy Bumpus. I've got all his albums. He's the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'd say he's the most gifted entertainer of the 20th century. He's an immoral cretin, of course, but boy, can he sing. I was talking to my chiropractor, Karen, just last month, and I said, Karen, that despicable Conroy Bumpus sure has got a pretty voice. And then she's...
Gee, your hair smells terrific.
You should talk to my hair care specialist,
No, I meant
Janet.
to exit, not
she
click
does
that one.
Marvelous work.
God damn it.
Why, just last autumn, she was soaking my
Talking
head
to this
and I said,
woman
Janet,
has
you're
been a complete
just
waste
about
of time.
the best hair care specialist I've ever known. So she said,
Adieu.
Don't be a stranger.
I wonder if they'll play Yellow River.
Oh, I can actually go back that way.
Don't make a move, Yeti boy.
Well, 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 a Bigfoot.
Oh.
Sure is a scrawny feller.
A Bigfoot in the hand is worth two in the bush, Lee Harvey.
Sorry, boss.
Think nothing of it, old chap. Now, be a good lad and pop off to the bus and get the net.
Yes, sir, Mr. Bumpus.
Don't make a move.
Do I have anything to help me?
Don't make a move. Don't make a move. Don't make a move. Don't make a move.
What do you think you're doing?
I'm gonna put you in my menagerie, you mangy Bigfoot, you.
Look behind you, the three-headed monkey.
Nice try.
I can't be in your menagerie. I don't know how to play an instrument.
You'll be amazed how a few hundred volts speeds up the learning process.
Why do you persecute harmless Bigfoots?
Harmless? Harmless? I'll have you know my parents were killed by a rabid Bigfoot.
Really?
Well, no. Actually, I'm just a warped, evil person who gets his jollies torturing cute woodland creatures.
Well, that's a valid motivation, too. Where'd you get
I'm
that
just an
British
asshole.
accent, anyway?
I'm originally from Liverpool, twit.
You. I'm not really a Bigfoot, you know.
Pull the other one.
You'll never get away with this.
Ooh, I'm so scared.
Can I just leave?
Don't make a move.
No, I can't. Is there anything I can look at?
Don't make a move. Don't make a move.
Shine a flashlight in his eyes.
Don't make a move. Don't make a move. Don't make a move. Don't make a move.
Okay, something I have must work here,
Don't make a move.
but that is really annoying. I take my costume
Don't
off.
make a move. Don't 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 make a move.
Okay, something I have has to work here.
I'd better take the cup off first.
Don't make a move. Don't make a move.
I'd better take the magnet off first.
Don't make a move. Don't make a move.
What do I do?
Don't make a move. Don't make a move.
Like I don't see
Don't
I
make a
can't
move.
see any items we have being particularly useful against his taser. And we can't leave, we can't come back. We might just have to sit here and try every item on him
Don't make
or
a
other
move.
things.
Don't make a move.
Wait, is this, can I look at? Can't even look at myself. I don't think I can interact with
Don't
myself.
make a move.
Can't even
Don't
look at
make a
him,
move.
which is weird.
Don't make a move. Don't make a move. Don't make a move.
You paid
Don't
off?
make a move.
Like, I imagine I wouldn't be able to come in here and then just get soft locked. Probably.
Don't make a move. Don't make
Okay, I want to see
a
back here. What happens if I try to go in this other
Looks like
way?
something important's happening.
Hundreds of years ago, it was becoming apparent.
Okay, I can skip that one. Finally, I can skip something. Can I walk back here?
Stop! Sorry, hon. Only Yeti elders are allowed in the pool area.
Okay, so I guess I can't do that because I'm not a Yeti elder.
I don't think she'd want that.
Well, what do I do here? Magnet? No. Or at least seemingly not.
I can't use the... It's a powerful refer...
Don't make a move.
Can I take my costume off?
Don't make a move. Don't make a move. Don't make a move.
Like it looks like I can
Don't
click on
make a
myself with
move.
this, but And I can't. Yeah, I can't use that on myself. How come I can click this on myself? It doesn't work, but...
Don't make a move. 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 Don't make a move.
I feel like I'm supposed to take this costume off, but... right here, I definitely can't. Is taking the costume off something I can normally do?
I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together. I won't be seen in this ridiculous state.
I don't know what to do.
Don't make a move. Don't make a move. Don't make a move.
Yeah, it lets me click on myself with the costume, but it doesn't work.
Don't make a move. Don't make a move. Don't make a move. Don't make a move.
Is there a hotkey to use my thing?
It's a Stiltwalker's costume covered with tar, faux woolly mammoth hair, and a toupee.
Yeah, and I want to remove it.
Don't make a move.
Because, like, I don't know why me trying to use it on myself, like, it's lighting up red on myself to use, is trying to walk around.
Don't make a move. Don't make a move.
Try another item, I guess. None of these items make sense, though.
Don't make a move. Don't make a move. Don't make a move. Don't make a move.
Hey, this means we can ride free all day.
Is there anything else I could do in here?
Looks like something important's happening.
No, you saw that. You can take this. I'm gonna take that. Is there anything else I can take?
He's not my type.
Oh, trying to grab him. Can't take any balloons. What did this guy say when I came in? Wait. Wait, he's not attacking me. What? Why is he not here? Why is he not here?
I can't pick that up. I don't think I should take my costume off now.
Why is he not here?
It's an ice pick. It's a freezer. It's a freezer. It's a freezer.
Okay, this plate, click on that plate down there, apparently it's the hitbox for freezer. Okay, apparently he just didn't come and attack me this time. I don't know why, but he didn't. Nothing to look at.
I can't pick that up.
Yikes!
Did I click on the door the instant I came in here last time? Why was I able to walk around right there?
Sure is a scrawny feller.
A Bigfoot in the hand is worth two
Also,
in
it
the
looked
bush,
like I could
Harvey.
take the
Sorry,
costume off
boss.
in the
Think
inventory.
nothing of it, old chap. Now be a good lad and pop off to the bus and get the net.
Yes, sir, Mr. Bumpus.
When I clicked use on the costume in my inventory, it looked like it tried to remove it.
There's something you should
Yeah,
know,
okay,
Bumpus.
You again?
I left the net back in Bumpusville.
Forget the net. We're gonna disguise ourselves as a Bigfoot,
Why?
so we can infiltrate their ranks, learn their ways, and pick them off at our leisure.
Oh.
And no funny stuff, dog boy.
Yeah.
Help me with...
Hey, Max, why don't you make yourself useful? That was fun.
Now future generations will be able to enjoy his atonal warblings.
Are there any more shrimp balls back here? Who are you?
We're the freelance police.
We just saved your collective hash.
Really? Then I guess it'd be okay to make you honorary Yeti chiefs. Walk this way.
What? We saved you. Okay. Here's a
Could
reward.
I have your attention, please? Although it's our tradition
okay.
to allow only Bigfoots and their dates to these gatherings, these two have shown themselves worthy of our gratitude and our trust.
These are a naive people.
And so I'm granting them the title of Honorary Bigfoot Chief. So don't mess with them.
That's it? Honorary Bigfoot Chief? Where's the cash?
We don't want Bigfoot money, Max. It's probably made of tree bark or something.
I know, but it's the principle of the thing.
You may now wander freely about the convention floor without concern for your health.
Gee, thanks.
Think nothing of it. Follow me.
Why did you just instantly make us honorary chiefs? I mean, that gets us back here, I guess, but, like, why?
Since you have proven yourselves to be friends of the Yeti, I have brought you here to share in our biggest secret. These great totem poles have been gathered from across the world and passed down from generation to generation of Bigfoots.
Like fruitcake.
We believe they hold the answer to our ultimate salvation. But the secret of their purpose is a riddle we've been unable to fathom.
Sounds heavy.
Like fruitcake.
It's real heavy.
Bruno.
Like fruitcake.
Why aren't you at the party?
Who can party while their world comes to an end?
Most of your mange-ridden brethren, apparently.
I told you it was a bad idea to spike the punch.
I thought it would loosen up everyone's imagination.
No wonder we're facing extinction. Okay, guys, here's the situation. The Bigfoot way of life is rapidly going down the tubes. These totem poles might be able to save us, but A, we don't know what they mean. B, most of us have been partying too much to figure out what they mean. And C, we Bigfoots have a hard time operating in public, if you know what I mean.
We wouldn't normally be asking for help, but we're desperate.
Well, that's how we get most of our gigs, so why not?
Great. Why don't you three get cracking on the totem poles? I'm going to the hot tub.
let's see. There's a dinosaur, a wizard, long hair, and whatever this thing is.
What is this? Some kind of tornado? Dentistry? A patron saint of Bigfoot's? Looks like a before and after shot.
Talk.
Okay, Sam, he's here, we're here. Let's go.
Wait, go where?
Back to the carnival so we can get paid, you big lummox.
I may be slow, but I am not stupid. I'm staying right here.
Psst, Max.
What?
Maybe we should wait a while before returning Bruno to his well-meaning yet horribly twisted owners.
Why?
Because I have a sick, gnarled premonition that something important's going to happen to the Bigfoots. And it would be nice if Bruno were here to see it before we slapped him back in a block of ice.
You're getting soft, Sam.
We've decided to let you roam free until the end of the convention.
Gee, thanks. Is there anything I can do for you in return?
I still can't figure out how a Whittier-Bane Bigfoot like yourself fell into the clutches of the Cushmans.
It's a familiar story. Bigfoot meets fish. Bigfoot tries to catch fish. Bigfoot falls into Arctic ice flow.
That's a classic, all right.
Didn't I hear something about a hot tub around here?
Later, little buddy. Right now, we've got things to figure out.
But that hot tub really sounds like the place to be.
Later.
That's what, wind coming from
What
a
do you
hand?
make of that totem pole on the far left?
Let me take a look.
Well?
It's a totem pole.
And?
It's made of wood.
It's not too late to take him back to the carnival, you know.
Are you gonna be useful
Any
on any
keen
of these?
Bigfoot insights into the totem pole with a tooth on it?
I've been staring at that one for hours, and...
Yes?
I think it has something to do with teeth.
Real good insight there, Bruno.
I'm not holding my breath, but do you have any clue who the guy in the third totem pole is?
Nope. He sure seems to get along with vegetables, though.
Sam, the guy in that pole's got a marshmallow.
So?
I want a marshmallow.
Max, you are a marshmallow. See that totem pole?
What about it?
What do you think it means?
I've got it.
What did you tell them?
I told them to start looking for bald guys with spaghetti on their heads.
So what do you think about all this?
I'm just happy to be here, Sam. Happy to be at room temperature and happy to be free at last.
Born free as the wind blows.
Max!
What?
What were you saying, Bruno?
I lost my thought.
Darn.
Alright, we need to solve
How'd
this
you
so we
and
can
Trixie meet anyway?
throw him
We
back
didn't
in
really
prison,
meet
I guess.
Until she thawed me out. But I've loved her ever since that first night she snuck into the freak tent and sang me to sleep with a Scrantonese lullaby.
And you want to put him back in a block of ice?
Yeah. So?
I give up. Well, now that Conroy's out of your hair, what are you going to do?
Try brushing it, maybe?
Well, I've still got the Cushmans to worry about, so I guess I'm still a little tense.
Be seeing you.
Not if I see you first.
Can I do anything with these?
I don't indiscriminately use people, except Max.
Okay, I guess that was clicking on Bigfoot. Ice pick. Wait, tooth. Tooth. Use tooth.
I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together.
Okay, I can't. That one probably has something to do with this tooth I took. Can I not walk over that way? Where am I? What am I doing here? Okay, well I can just go back here now. What do I have? Ice pick. Can we ice pick this somehow?
I can't use these things together. 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 I can't use these things. I can't use these things together. I don't think he'd want that. I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together.
I can use items on these?
I can't use these things together. I can't use these things. I can't use these things. I can't use these things together.
Not sure what exactly I do with them.
Chateau Sasquatch 92. A very bad year. I don't think the ice... I can't use these...
Wait, hold on.
I don't think the ice pick will remove the cork.
I need to remove the cork.
I can't use these things. I can't... I don't think... I can't use... I can't use... I can't use... I can't use... I can't use the... I can't use these things together.
I need a way to remove this cork.
I can't use these things together. I don't think he'd want that.
How am I going to...
I don't think the ice pick will remove the cork.
I need a corkscrew then. Anyone back here have a corkscrew? Hey, you got a corkscrew?
I don't think she'd want that. I don't think she'd want that.
Wait.
It's an ice pick.
Can we do something with the ice pick?
It's an ice pick. I don't think the ice pick will remove the...
Getting specific text for the ice pick makes me think that we do need to do something with it. Can we go back here?
Nothing back there.
Aw, come on.
Nothing back there. It's a freezer.
I'm sitting here pressing escape trying to bring up the save menu. Can I look at them?
Conroy on ice. It's best to leave them buried deep within the ice. It's a freezer.
Actually, yeah, selling them to the circus isn't a terrible idea, but I'm gonna load before I brought them out. Yeah, getting text specific for the ice pick on the cork, or saying like I can't remove the cork. Get through that door. Oh, can we the Bendy Boy, Mr. Bendy Boy? Can we ask Bendy Boy to bend a cork? We could probably use the cork as a stopper for the other thing here.
Shake a leg, Max.
You do in this game seem to very specifically get text for something on another thing if you can use it on it, but not at this point. Broski, can you bend this? Oh, I should also see if I can pick that thing back up.
Could you bend this?
Sure. Let's see it.
How's that? Great.
Oh, yeah, he just made it a corkscrew.
That seems to have gotten the cork off.
Shall we raise a toast to nuclear disarmament?
With this poison? Don't be silly.
Apparently I just threw out the bottle.
That seems to have capped the snow globe. It's an empty snow globe with a cork stopper.
Can I take this?
I can't pick that up.
No, I cannot. Okay, well, we've plugged the hole in the snow globe.
I can't pick that up. It's a bucket of... I can't use...
Not sure what we're gonna do with the snow globe. With stuff in it. Or with a stopper. But we definitely have the tooth for the second totem. Like, it shows taking a tooth out of a dinosaur's mouth, which is exactly something we've already done. I was just writing down, potentially we can sell Conroy to the circus. Get in there. Yeah, we've definitely done this already. This looks like a wig, maybe? Don't know what that is. This is a hand with stuff coming out.
I can't use these things together.
Corkscrew.
I can't use these things together. I can't use these things. I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together.
Alright, wander off to the side there.
I don't think he'd want that. I'm filled with disgust and an odd sense of foreboding.
And?
Well, that's all. I can't use these things. I can't use these things together.
How do I do... I'm sure that the dinosaur tooth is the right thing here.
I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together.
Maybe we have to do something in order? Or I have to use these things in another way. But, like, I'm 100% sure this dinosaur tooth is this. What did I have written down? Tornado. Tornado. This one was described as a tornado. This one was dentistry. This one was patron saint of Bigfoots. And the last one over here was before and after. You know what? Patron saint of Bigfoots, and then he called it a vegetable, is probably this thing.
It's a gourd that looks just like John Muir, the naturalist.
So I'm guessing that this gourd here somehow solves the third one. We might have to solve this one first, though.
It's an empty snow globe with a cork stopper. It's an empty snow globe with a cork stopper.
Where's the snow globe from? It's from the mystery area, right? They said they didn't sell snow globes anymore. Let's go take a look at the Washington mystery. We got a working snow globe of yours now. You want to buy it back? Tornado. Tornado. Tornado.
I don't think she'd want that.
Damn it.
Do you know why you're upside down?
No, but hum a few bars and I'll fake it.
Kill her now, Sam.
Anything else you can tell us about the snow globes you used to sell?
Only that their continued existence threatens my livelihood.
I feel like my sense of reality has just exploded.
Try cutting down on cholesterol.
Are you feeling as mentally unstable as I am?
More so.
It'll wear off in a few hours.
Is there anything you can tell us about the Bigfoot that might help us?
Not off the bottom of my head, no.
Is there anything else you can say about Conroy Bumpus?
Not really. Just that he was here for a moment looking for a Bigfoot.
We'll be back.
Back, front, it's all the same to me.
Tornado. Is a vortex a tornado?
I can't pick that up. Can we try the vortex?
Step right in.
Is this a tornado? That's a tornado.
Neat. It's an empty snow globe with a cork stopper.
Okay, but it's a tornado.
That might be a good idea, but perhaps I should wait until the vortex is running.
Oh wait, can I do that while inside?
Can we try the vortex?
Step right in.
I'm absorbing tornado. Now I have a tornado and a snow globe.
Wow, the snow globe actually sucked in the pseudo-mystical energies of the mystery vortex.
I was hoping something like that would happen.
Yeah, I don't know why something like that happened. Okay, can this solve a totem? Can I use item on totem? Like, I don't know what solving the totems means. Walk. Use on totem.
I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together. I can't use these things to. I can't use. I don't think he'd want that. Bruno?
What?
About that leftmost totem pole.
Let me take a look.
Never mind. We'll figure it out ourselves. Be seeing you.
Not if I see you first.
How do I solve the totems? Wait, hold on. Where's my thing? So, I have the tooth. I have this tooth. I'm pretty sure this guy is this thing. This tornado in a jar is probably this thing. Oh, before I said this was a wig, but this is...
It's a pillow with hair tonic all over.
This is hair growth. Is this hair growth? Are these the 4 things to solve the,
It's
pillars?
a snow globe.
How do I use them?
It's a snow globe. I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together. I can't use these things together.
So I guess you're going to stand here asking me questions all night.
Possibly.
We like to keep our social agenda open.
About that leftmost totem pole.
Let me take a look.
Never mind. We'll figure it out ourselves. Any new revelations about that second totem pole?
Big teeth?
Any more ideas on this third totem pole, Bruno?
Nope.
You're not really guillotining hapless pasta heads, are you?
Heavens no, that'd be barbaric. We're using machetes.
Or that just kicked me out of the text. Also, I still want to know why I could, like, wander over this way. Oh, wait, how did I do that?
He's not my type. I don't indiscriminately use people, except Max.
Now, why does clicking right there just wander off? What do I do? How do I use the... Like, I want to use the tooth on that one. 'Cause that's the one I'm, like, 100% sure is
So,
right.
Bruno, are you just going to stand here all day?
I've been out of circulation for so long, I'm happy just to be standing.
Conroy's on ice.
Good.
So what do you think about all this?
I'm just happy to be here, Sam. Happy to be at room temperature and happy to be free at last.
Born free as the wind blows.
Max. What? What were you saying, Bruno?
I lost my thought.
Darn.
Is there just...
How
There,
do you and
there's
Trixie
probably just
meet
some way I
anyway?
can
We
use the
didn't
tooth
really meet until she
on
thought
that
me out.
statue.
But I've loved her ever since
Or the
that first
tornado
night
on the first
she
one.
snuck into the freak tent and sang me to sleep with a Scrantonese lullaby.
And you want to put him back in a block of ice?
Yeah. So?
I give up. You're not really guillotining hapless pasta heads, are you?
Heavens no, that'd be barbaric. We're using machetes.
Now, why, I want to know why that one just kicks me out.
So, Bruno, are you just going to stand here all day?
I've been out of circulation for so long, I'm happy just to be standing.
About that leftmost totem pole.
Let me take a look.
Never mind. We'll figure it out ourselves. Any new revelations about that second totem pole?
Big teeth?
Any more ideas on this third totem pole, Bruno?
Nope.
Be seeing you.
Not if I see you first.
Yeah, 'cause I've used that now. These seem like the 4 things for the totem pole. Totem poles.
I can...
How do I use it, though?
I can't use these things together. I can't use these things I can't use these things together. I can't use these things. I can't use these things to. I can't use these things together.
Like this, that has to be the solution, is to use the tooth for this one, that guy for this thing, hair tonic for that one, and tornado in a jar for this one. But like, how do I do it? Where's the chief? I want to talk to the chief again. Hey you, where's the chief?
Mrs. V?
Yes?
So, what's your take on that tornado totem pole?
Well, my husband thinks it's some sort of homage to the wild and woolly nature of us Bigfoots. But if you ask me, I think it's an indictment of people who don't wash their hands before dinner. I remember when we had our niece, Jay, over for dinner, and I said, "Jay, don't you touch that bread until you wash the ichor off your fur." So she said, yada yada yada.
Why does that totem have a big tooth on it?
Well, hon, some Bigfoots would have you believe that it's a symbol of power or some such. But if you want my opinion...
And I can't imagine why we would.
I think that pole represents the importance of visiting your dentist regularly.
Life's funny, Sam. When I woke up this morning, I thought I'd just watch some TV and shoot some criminals. Now a big stinky forest creature is giving me a lecture on dental hygiene.
I'm not joking, Bunny. Why do you think all those dinosaurs died out anyway?
To impress the babes?
No, it was tooth decay.
Who's the guy with a hat on the third totem pole?
I thought he was you.
I don't think so.
Then I'm at a loss.
Have you given any thought to the totem pole with the two heads on it?
Well, hon, it's either a visualization of our sun god's development and growth, or an ancient advertisement for an herbal mixture for balding Bigfoots.
Yeah,
Bald
there you go.
Bigfoots?
Hair tonic. Okay, but how do I use these?
Don't be a stranger.
Where do I use these things?
He's not my type. There is no try. There's only do. Or donut.
What are you talking about?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
What do you want?
In your delusional opinion, what would you make of the first totem pole?
Well, the great winds depicted represent the chaos caused by the return of our alien brothers.
Not entirely unlike the gust of wind we're hearing now.
Any further insights into the dental totem pole?
The truth of the tooth escapes me. The aliens have their own reasons.
What about the totem pole with a man on it?
I think he's a Bigfoot alien hybrid. An uber yeti, perhaps.
What do you think of the totem with the two faces?
Obviously, our alien ancestors were hairless, and clearly their intention was to evolve into the beings of total hair we are today.
Hey, I'm evolved and I didn't even know it.
Actually, you're just fuzzy.
I'm devastated.
Gotta go.
Where's the chief?
Mr. Omnivore?
Huh?
So what did you think of the first totem pole?
Dude, it's a picture of the ultimate wave machine.
How about the second totem pole?
There's more than one.
3 more, actually.
4 altogether.
I guess I missed them.
How could you miss them? They're right there.
Dude, chill. They're just totem poles.
Do you remember the pole with a man on it?
You mean the peace and happiness pole?
Sam, I don't think this guy's got enough wax in his board.
I don't suppose you'd know about the fourth totem pole.
Are you still talking to me?
Who's the President of the United States?
I thought they split up.
Okay, I think we're done here.
Yeah, and so is he.
Gotta go.
Where's the chief?
Mahalo, dude.
I want to talk to the chief here, because I think I have the things that the totem poles want. But I don't know what to do with them.
It certainly is the tikiest.
I wouldn't know.
I'm filled with disgust and an odd sense of foreboding.
And?
What do you think that swirly totem pole means?
I think
Wait,
it
who's playing
represents a
next?
primordial washing machine.
I'm not sure what to make of that toothy totem pole.
I think it's a graven idol for tooth fairy worshippers.
That guy in the campfire totem pole could be just about anybody.
Maybe it's Alan Ludden, the late host of Password.
That two-headed totem pole is a mystery to me.
I think it's the Cushmans.
Nah, neither one of them is bald. Maybe it's their wives.
Okay.
Well, that's all.
How do I use these stupid items on the totem poles?
Join the party.
If it's all the same to you, I think I'll just stay out here and file my corns.
Enjoying yourself?
Very much so.
How do I use these stupid items on the totem poles? How do I do it? Where did the chief go? Maybe I should find that out. Okay, what's my last save? This was after the totem shop, so here.
Maybe this'll convince you that I'm not a Bigfoot.
You again?
I left the net back in Bumpusville.
Forget the net. We're gonna disguise ourselves as a Bigfoot.
Why?
So we can infiltrate their ranks, learn their ways, and pick them off at our leisure.
Oh.
And no funny stuff, dog boy.
Yeah.
Stop!
Hey.
I wouldn't move if I were you.
Yeah.
You see all
Hey.
I wouldn't move if I were you.
Yeah.
Hey, Max, why don't you make yourself useful?
Okay, I can skip all that. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna re-listen to here where he talks about the totem poles and see where the hell he went.
Since you
I
have
can talk to him
proven
again.
yourselves to be friends of the Yeti, I have brought you here to share in our biggest secret. These great totem poles have been gathered from across the world and passed down from generation to generation of Bigfoots.
Like fruitcake.
We believe they hold the answer to our ultimate salvation. But the secret of their purpose is a riddle we've been unable to fathom.
Sounds heavy.
Like fruitcake.
It's real heavy.
No,
Bruno,
I'm pretty sure
like
the chief is supposed to be trying to
Why
be
aren't you
Jimmy
at the
Stewart.
party?
Who can party while their world comes to an end?
Most of your mange-ridden brethren, apparently.
I told you it was a bad idea to spike the punch.
I thought it would loosen up everyone's imagination.
No wonder we're facing extinction. Okay, guys, here's the situation. The Bigfoot way of life is rapidly going down the tubes. These totem poles might be able to save us, but A, we don't know what they mean. B, most of us have been partying too much to figure out what they mean. And C, we Bigfoots have a hard time operating in public, if you know what I mean.
We wouldn't normally be asking for help, but we're desperate.
Well, that's how we get most of our gigs, so why not?
Great. Why don't you three get cracking on the totem poles? I'm going to the hot tub.
He just walked off screen to the right. Oh, wait, no, he went back there. Hold on, can I go back there? I can just walk back there. Okay, hold on. I thought he walked off screen to the right, but he totally just walked back here. Hey, Chief, I think I've got your things for the totem poles.
Can you spare a second?
Not really. But since you're saving my species from extinction, what the heck?
You know, I'm really anxious about this whole totem pole thing.
It'll work. Trust me.
I met Anxious once. He's the one with the drool in his beard.
That wasn't Anxious. It was your cotton candy.
Well, that certainly clears up one mystery.
I'm still having nightmares about alligators.
I know that everyone involved with this extraordinary quest has had their demons to contend with. But let me make one thing perfectly clear. It'll be worth it.
Ack! He said quest! I think my furry little body may break out in a rash of unsightly hives.
What do you make of the first totem pole?
As you know, this is a problem that I've been working on for many years. Research strongly suggests this totem pole to be representative of the whirlwind nature of us Bigfoots. Wild and always moving.
What's your take on the second totem pole?
I'm glad you asked. You see, I believe that it
Why am I standing
represents
on
the
the side of
sharp
the hot
edge of
tub?
ancient history, the fantastic staying power of the Yeti people over the millennia.
How does the third pole figure into the scheme of things?
Let me be very clear. That pole constitutes the harmony from the coexistence of two similar beings, a harmony that springs from mutual respect and understanding.
What does the fourth totem pole represent?
I'm asked that very question all the time. My answer, rapid growth.
We'll be back.
I'll be here.
Hey, can I give him items maybe? Is there anything I can look at? Look at the hot
The
tub.
pool of decadence.
Bring me as many naked women as my poor eyes can stand.
Jesus, Max, you don't even like girls.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
That's one damn stately-looking Bigfoot.
Stately looking Bigfoot. Okay, I've got your items. Tooth.
Hey, Chiefy Poo, I think I figured out one of those baffling totem poles.
A genuine dinosaur tooth. I figured it might be something like that.
Did he say genuine?
Okay, so I just give them to him and he threw it in the hot tub.
I believe we've deduced the secret of one of your totem poles.
Hit me. A combination of man and nature. Inventive.
Is it soup yet?
Alright. Let's hope that this one was also correct, because if not, I need to
Hey,
scour
Mr.
for
Chief,
items.
we found something that might tie into your totem poles.
Yeah? What is it?
Alright, let's hope this last thing is
Very
right.
resourceful.
We just like stealing pillows.
We did just steal that pillow for fun. I really hope this is right. If this is right, then
I think I
we
figured out
summon
one of the
aliens?
totem poles.
Let me see.
Why did you broke it in half?
A handheld vortex. Good thinking.
Thinking had nothing to do with it.
Well, that should do it, right?
Nothing's happening, Sam.
What's the story, Pops?
Oh, I don't know. I'm sure you got the ingredients right, but... Of course, how silly of me.
What?
In order for the spell to work, we need a living Bigfoot sacrifice.
It'd be a shame to lose one of these furry fellas, don't you think?
Wait, I've got an idea, and it doesn't require high explosives. Wait here.
While he's
You gonna go
gone,
grab,
I'll go see if any of the Bigfoots
Conroy?
wants to off themselves for the greater good.
Does this count as a Bigfoot? Wait, how are we aren't going to be able to sell that guy to the circus then? So who the hell is that Bigfoot on the right? Backpack. This just made trees spread everywhere? Why? Why is that happening?
Well, that was one heck of an impressive display.
And actually highly destructive to boot.
Goodbye, Sam and Max. I'm not sure how I can ever thank you, so I guess I won't.
Will you and Trixie be heading back into the forest to live an idyllic, nature-oriented existence together?
Hell no. We're going to Vegas to get hitched. If it hasn't been trashed by all this crazy redwood nonsense.
We want to be in a place where we can sort of blend in, live our lives, maybe even raise a family.
Ew.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, you
I don't know,
nutsy primitive man beast.
I wasn't
you.
expecting that just to
boys should be proud of
grow
what you
trees
helped
everywhere.
us achieve here today.
You mean the wholesale destruction of the symbols of modern civilization in the western United States? You bet we are.
Do we win a prize?
Well, oh, why not? This medallion has been a part of my family for untold generations. Wear it in good health.
Thanks, Chief. Max loves cheap sentiment.
It was chocolate. It was just chocolate.
Covered chocolatey goodness. What's wrong, Sam?
I don't think the wizard has anything in that bag for me.
Well, I could give you my ritual headdress that I bought at Snucky's last week.
I appreciate the gesture, but I've already got a hat.
Well, that's fine too. Farewell, Sam and Max. Remember, though the night be dark, the dawn yet shall awaken and annoy you. Have a nice day.
I'll miss that old rascal.
I'll miss the way he smelled like a bag full of damp hamster shavings. Just like Grandpa. Hey, we forgot to get paid.
Don't worry, little buddy. I've got it all covered.
I hope you're happy. With those idiots on the case, we'll probably never see Bruno again.
Oh, lighten up, Burl. Hey, they're back.
I didn't end up using those three guys for anything either. The
Did you
Human
find
Enigma
Bruno?
or the Chicken
Of
Dumpling.
course.
Bruno!
How can we ever
Wait,
repay you?
I thought we
The
sacrificed
blank
this
looks
guy.
on your faces are the only reward we need.
That and a big fat check.
Would you settle for 3,000 skee-ball tickets?
Close enough. Let's go, Max. You know, Max, I can't help thinking that we foolishly tampered with the fragile inner mechanisms of this little spaceship we call Earth.
Gosh, Sam, if a few hundred years of civilization have to be totaled just to ensure that a bunch of smelly quasi-human creatures have a safe haven for their disgusting lifestyles, then so be it.
You crack me up, little buddy.
I thought we sacrificed.
Did Bruno always have
Conroy.
4 arms?
Is that it? Well, I guess that's the game, and now I just get to shoot stuff. I missed the first couple, though, not 100%. No, not 100%. We didn't get it to shoot anything with our guns until right now as well. Yeah, I guess that's just the end. I mean, I wasn't expecting the... I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. I wasn't expecting to just, like, solving the totems would end the game. Yeah, shoot everything. This is quite a big staff. This game was overall really well made. Some of the puzzles were a bit odd. A couple of them we got lucky on, or we would have probably been stuck for way longer. I mean, the voice acting was really good overall. The sound design was good. The music was not outstanding, not bad. The art is well done. The animation's well done. The writing's good. It's not always funny. Drinks with the Priestess by Brian Moriarty. The Third Man, Kelly Flock. What even are these credits talking about? I haven't been reading them at all. I've been too focused on shooting things. Nifty Salmon Max Magnets by Wendy Clark. Turn up the music. LucasArts Entertainment Director of Marketing. Yeah, as a LucasArts game, I was expecting it to be well made, and it was. For 92 especially, actually, this game has quite a lot of well-made elements to it. Flute, guitar, someone on drums, someone on bass fiddle. Special thanks to our high school guidance counselors, a very big Toy Story down the street, and George Lucas. You can stop now. What if I want to just keep shooting things? No, really. Wait, we never won the bell game. The strength test in the circus, we never won that. Can you win that? That was like the only thing we had. Actually, no, the cat at our office as well, we didn't solve. Okay, so we lied. It was telling me I could go now, but I kept shooting. Does the shooting ever end? Shooting might just never end. Okay, so I think we can just keep staying here shooting forever. I don't know if anyone can look that up and see if there's any end to the shooting, or if it does just go on forever. I like how happy they are to just be blasting these things. No, I'm gonna miss some. Yeah, not missing anything. I'm gonna try to look up while also not missing them if it ever ends. Does this ever end? Let's just look at a walkthrough if this ever ends. No, I think that's just it. I think this just it lets you shoot these forever. Nothing even mentions this. Oh, I'm gonna miss him. Oh, I got him. Here, this is from GOG. Does the shooting gallery continue forever? it does seem to go forever. So it says they enabled a fast mode that you can do in ScumVM, and nothing happens if you leave the credits. Okay, so this just stays. Okay, that's it. That's the game. I did have. Wait, where's? Hold on. Okay. So I want to see if these other two things do anything. Either the cat at our office or the carnival game. Because they didn't seem to do anything. Sound Max, hit the road, strength game. I can't find anything about this. Right. No, it doesn't seem to do anything. I'm looking both on Google and just at like guides and whatever. Strength. Bell? No, I guess it just doesn't do anything. No, I think both the cat and the strength game are just nothing. I'm pretty sure. I can't find anything about either of them. Like the either searching for like hit the bell or test your strength. All I can find is that there is a test your strength game. Max wins it by jumping on it on the platform. That's weird. Like, I guess that's just a thing that is there, and then you win it and it does nothing. Okay, are there any Easter eggs in this? Easter eggs. Okay, I see at least one. One is that the credits you can shoot stuff. Okay, let's go here.
No, really, I can't pick that up. Are you dense? I can't pick that up.
Hold on, let me turn the music back down. Let me turn the volume back up.
Read my lips. I can't pick that up. I give up.
Now you've done it. You've broken Sam's spirit with your stupid attempts to pick up that silly object. In fact, if I didn't find his pitiful sobbing so amusing, I'd come out there and rip your limbs off. Just ignore them, Sam. Maybe they'll go away. Just ignore them, Sam. Maybe they'll go away.
Is the only Easter egg, other than the credits you can shoot things, is that if you keep trying to pick things up that you can't pick up, Sam just starts to cry.
Just ignore them, Sam. Maybe they'll go away.
Since he's a dog, it sounds like a dog whining. Is that it? I found some people talking about the cat. Cat on the alley was really confusing. It kept thinking I had to solve a puzzle, but it kept going. Hold on. No, dang it, get out of the way, Max. Get in the car. Let me hide this.
Hey, I don't think Mr. Bosco's voluntarily giving away his money.
Oh, I'm real terrified. A dog and a rabbit. Ooh, scary.
Max, the smart-ass kid doesn't think we're scary. What do you think about that? That's telling him, little buddy.
I think that punk learned a valuable lesson, Sam.
Me too, Max. I didn't realize that the lower lip could stretch completely over the head. Amazing.
How did I not do this
Jeez,
at the start?
Bosco, aren't you ever gonna clean up this mess? Jeez, Bosco, aren't you ever gonna clean up this mess?
Bosco was getting robbed.
Jeez, Bosco, aren't you ever gonna clean up this mess?
We just walked in there and I guess
Bosco,
Max
aren't you ever gonna clean up this mess?
beat the shit out of those guys. Yeah, this cat here doesn't seem to do anything.
Here, kitty kitty.
Meow.
Okay. Sam, he's not as friendly as he looks.
He's obviously bitter and disillusioned.
What cat isn't?
Okay, no, that's it. There doesn't seem to be any other Easter eggs or anything.
Here, kitty, kitty.
Meow.
This cat doesn't seem to
Sam,
do
I
anything
really
either.
don't think we're going to get much out of this.
Are you a pirate?
Yeah, this cat just sits here.
Meow.
Okay, that's it for Sam and Max, I guess. That was a short game. Well, I mean short session. Like I was expecting that to take us longer than like 2 hours. Well, we beat it. Good job, us. We did it. Where is this? Here we go. Okay, that was Sam and Max Hit the Road. Let me find our documents. Okay, I wouldn't say that game, I definitely put that game in the good category. It's not amazing, not terrible by any means. Where do we want to put it? Probably better than Space Quest 1. I'd put it above these three at least. I would not put it in top 3. Somewhere in here. From 4th to 9th. Or 4th to 10th, I guess. Or, yeah, 4th to 10th. Space Quest 5. Probably up near Cat Lady? This or Cat Lady? I think I would put it below Cat Lady, above 5. So you're thinking like 8th? I definitely think it's better than the Shivers 2 line. That Shivers 2 line is a pretty good minimum, I think. For a game that's still good, but, you know, better than Shivers 2. I would probably... definitely not in the top 3. I think There Is No Game is probably better than this. The Space Quests are kind of hard to distinguish in my mind, because not only did we play them a really long time ago, they also... I mix up some of them, like I mix up 2 and 3 sometimes. I'd probably put this below There Is No Game. So that's talking like 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th. Cat Lady. This or Cat Lady? Cat Lady definitely has worse voice acting than this. Better music. Puzzle-wise, this has puzzles, and Cat Lady didn't actually have that many puzzles, but what, you know, was certainly an adventure game. I'm trying to slide this over. Yeah, I as weird as it seems, with like how well regarded Sam and Max is, and how relatively unknown Cat Lady is, I think I might actually put Cat Lady above this. I think I'd probably put this one above. I don't know, actually. I'd probably put it above Space Quest 5. Space Quest 6 is good, though. This, Space Quest 6, or Cat Lady? Cat Lady is such a different game than this that it's kind of hard to put them together, because the writing in this was good. It was way more... It was really abstract in a different way than Cat Lady's writing was abstract. Like, Cat Lady had really weird moments that kind of meant something, where this one had weird moments because it wanted to be weird. Which is significantly different than what the Cat Lady did. This or Space Quest 6 was the one where what was it? We had like that android chasing us in the bar that we froze and smashed. Like it was the weird style one where we were going to the... No, wait. It was not the one where... It was after the one where we were going to the academy. How do I describe that one? How do I describe Space Quest 6? Because I'm kind of mixing it up in my head with Space Quest 5. Maybe I'd put it between these two. Cat Lady, I think, is more interesting from a modern perspective. Obviously, it is not a game for everyone. This game I don't think is a game for everyone either. There's weird... This game gets strangely, like... Not really violent, but like... The scene where... That just happened, where Sam and Max went into the, Guns, Liquor, Baby Need store, and it was getting robbed. And then Max, like, beat them up and pulled someone's lip over their head. With, like, weird cartoon violence. Sometimes, yeah, constant random zaniness rather than humor. Yeah, this game is very much trying to be a cartoon. Like, not only is it stylized like a cartoon with, like, how this vehicle, even as this thing right here, if you cut this out, this would be exactly like something you'd see in like a Harvey Birdman transition, where the car comes flying up, like comes flying at the screen, and the front here is angled way up for some reason. humor-wise, this is better than Space Quest V, certainly. Because Space Quest V sense of humor is every single time you sit in the captain's seat, there's a... what's it called? Whoopee cushion noise. Better than that. Space Quest VI had some pretty good humor in it at times. Had a lot more game puzzles. Well, maybe not. It was certainly longer, but puzzle-wise, it was not dissimilar to this. Stylistically, I like the way this looks more than Space Quest 6, for sure. But both of them are fairly stylized. It's hard to rate some of these things, sometimes. Because, like, this game is very different from either Cat Lady or Space Quest 6. But I somehow need to rank it, rank the three. And having played Space Quest 6, like, months ago, I think? How long ago did we play Space Quest 6? At least a month ago. We played, 2 Shivers games, Order of the Temptress, Order of the Thorn and Lure of the Temptress, Cat Lady, and then this. So it was at least 6 weeks ago, at the earliest, we played Space Quest 6. You know what, I'm okay with putting this game anywhere right here. Although, comparing this to the Cat Lady is also a bit weird, and Cat Lady was essentially one guy making the majority of the game. Other than the voice acting and the music. Compared to this game having quite a large studio. I think I'm going to put this in here. I think I'm going to put this in at number 9. 8 and 9th are both fair for this game. Neither one's a bad rating at all. This is still a good game. GOG does come with a hint book. There were quite a few parts where I either got lucky or was stuck on for a very long time. So that can definitely happen. The hint book will tell you, like, here's a general hint, a more specific hint. This is exactly what you need to do. Like, it has 3 levels of hints in it. I looked at the initial hint. Let me load it up, actually. Like, I'll show I looked up what the first hint looks like. There was a number of times where we were just wandering. Let me open it in Chrome. I accidentally opened it in my normal browser. Can I show Chrome here? Is that it? That's it. Actually here, add source. I'll show what the hint book looks like. Because if you were to get stuck in this, which you definitely can. Browser. No, not browser. Window capture. Where the heck is this? There we go. Let me hide the notepad. Use hint sparing or you'll spoil the surprise. It does, for example, here. Oh, there's comics in here. Object list. Soundmax clues closet. You can't get past a particular puzzle. List of all objects in the game, where they can be found, and what to do with them. Wow, that's really descriptive, actually. No, this was nowhere near as bad. Like, I didn't get stuck like Teen Agent. How do I pick up the rats in the office? You can't. Why would you want to? I can't get anything on TV. Here like this. Where's my contact from the commissioner? Out on the street. So if you only read this first one, you're like, okay, time to go out on the street. Talk to the kitten. You can talk to the kitten and get a bit closer, but now you know at least, like, you go from knowing this is the room, the kitten is what I need to interact with, to just straight up use Max on the kitten. How do I get the carnival? It's too far to walk. See any transportation? Use the police car. Like, it does give you levels so that you can avoid spoiling yourself entirely and be like, okay, I need to go into this area. Actually, does this have anything about the bell? Where's the bell? Doug the Mole Man. What's so great about Henry VIII? If you were married to him, not a lot. He had a great beard, though. Use his beard. You check to see if it's okay for a long trip, Sam? Well, the wheels are still on, and here's the ignition. Everything checks out. It doesn't say anything about the bell. The test your strength bell. So I guess that just is nothing at all. I totally thought that was something like the whole game. Okay, well, anyway. We have put Sam and Max Hit the Road at number 9. Between Space Quest 6 and Space Quest 5. Having something between the Space Quests will definitely help me think about this list better. Because, like, each Space Quest had 2 and 3 are up here. I mix those up a lot. 5 and 6 are right here. I mix those up a lot. 1 and 4 I do not mix up. But it's still pretty... Those ones are clear. The other ones are a bit harder. Let's get our next game. We can change out Sam and Max Hit the Road with the next Sam and Max game. Which is the next Sam and Max game? Is it Save the World? Oh! Actually... It is Sam and Max Save the World. Let me see if I can find... It was initially released as Sam & Max Season 1, but it is, in fact, Sam & Max Save the World. Alright, this image. That's a tiny image. Is there any better image than that? How big is this image? You know, that's good enough. Okay, so our choices for next week are, again, this is a bit of a special choice again. Because we accidentally played a series on the left-hand side last week, so we're continuing that series on the left-hand side. The sequel to Cat Lady? Maybe a prequel to Cat Lady? Downfall. This music doesn't fit. Hold on, let me get new music. So the sequel or prequel to Cat Lady, I'm not entirely sure which. Which is... Hold on. I meant to find some things out here, but I didn't. On the left-hand side, we have Downfall. I forgot I didn't change this already. No. So yeah, on the left-hand side, we've got Downfall. On the right-hand side, we have... Downfall is a spooky game. It's keyboard only. It's probably not super puzzle heavy, just like Cat Lady wasn't, but very story heavy, very atmospheric, hopefully good music again. And on the right hand side we have, how about I updated this? How did I updated that? On the right hand side we've got Sam & Max Save the World, aka Sam & Max Season 1. If we do play this one, actually hold on, I think my audio might be a bit loud. Let me turn that down for you. If we do play this one, next Wednesday, the remastered version is being released. So we wouldn't play this on Tuesday, but we would play it on Wednesday, so that we can play the brand new remaster. But I'm wondering if we want to actually, like, this is the first time we're gonna have the opportunity for this. Let me turn the music down a little more. Actually, no, it's loud for me. It's not even that loud. It's maybe kind of loud for you guys, but it's very loud for me. This is like one of the first chances we're gonna have to play a new game on release. Do we take that chance? Like, every other game we've played has been absolutely nowhere near release. Is that something we want to do here? Do we want to play new games on release? Here's a screenshot, by the way, of Sam & Max Save the World Remastered. Let me resize. No, you resize. You just missed the end of the game, Nog. We did, however, if you want to quickly just see this, we did rate this game 9th between Space Quest 5 and 6. Sam & Max hit the road. Well, that's the thing. This is the remastered version of only Sam & Max Season 1, Sam & Max Save the World. The other two ones, Beyond Time and Sam & Max Season 2, Beyond Time and Space, and Sam & Max Season 3, what's it called? The Devil's Playhouse? Yeah, Sam & Max Season 3, The Devil's Playhouse, and Sam & Max Season 2, Beyond Time and Space are supposedly getting remastered, but those wouldn't be out until next year. Remaster. And these remasters are by members of the original team at the original 3 seasons 1, 2, and 3 are by Telltale, and employees who had made the game at that time, all 3 of the games, went on to make a new studio called Skuncape Games, that are former Telltale developers who made the original games and are now remastering them. There's also a VR Sam & Max game, but I don't have VR, so I don't know if we're going to include that in the games to play. Let me see if there's any information on Sam & Max Beyond Time and space remaster. All three games are being remastered. Save the World is being remastered, or coming out December 2nd. So that's very soon. And that's all 6 episodes are being remastered and being released on Switch, Steam, and GOG. We could do that, potentially. If one thing, you know what, I would like to do this at the very least, and that's play new games on release. Because, like, there's really not that many that we need to worry about of brand new adventure games in this style, and I'm trying to find and follow them. Well, at least, like, major releases. This is a major release. So we, I might as well put up a poll anyway. Like, there's a couple other adventure games I'm following on, like, Twitter and Steam wishlist, or whatever it is, that I'd like to play on release, because we're not playing that many games on release. I don't think we need to worry about that, necessarily. Where the heck is my window I can create a poll in? Poll. Here, I've started a poll. If we do, I think we should probably play Sam & Max. It would be on Wednesday, because that's when the game's coming out. That would be Wednesday for me. December 2nd. 6:30 p.m. PST, like normal on that. But yeah, I don't think the season 1 is actually that long. Like, I think each episode in it is like 2 hours or something, is what it's supposed to be like. Like a couple hours per episode. And I'm pretty sure it's dropping all at once. If it's not dropping all at once, then unlucky, I guess. But yeah, we can play it on release. Let me bring up... This is Downfall. Again, to reiterate, it's a spooky game. Not puzzle heavy, but very story heavy. Hopefully it has better voice acting than the Cat Lady. By like a one-man development studio. He writes, programs, does I think a lot of the art, outsources the music and the voice acting. And on the right, we've got Sam & Max Save the World. Brand new remaster. Oh, the one thing this remaster does do is make the game widescreen. So it'll be one of the first widescreen games we play. I mean, graphically it looks pretty good. This is the remaster. I can show what the original one looks like, just because. Where is it here? Where is it? Wait, GOG doesn't even have the original anymore. They only have the remaster. Here, let me quickly read the description of Sam & Max Save the World. Sam is a 6-foot canine detective with a love of justice. Max is a hyperkinetic rabbit thingy with a taste for mayhem. Together, they're the freelance police, and they're about to save the world. Good to have you back, little buddy. In 2006, the comic book crime-fighting duo Sam & Max starred in the first full-fledged episodic game from Telltale, the studio that went on to make The Walking Dead and Batman: The Enemy Within. Now everyone's favorite dog and rabbity thing are back in Sam & Max Save the World Remastered, a new version of their first season of episodic games. that has been lovingly updated by a small group of the original developers with the blessing of Sam & Max creator Steve Purcell. Return to the adventure game that was once called gaming's first sitcom, and is today known as the remaster you didn't know you were waiting for. With enhanced graphics, new widescreen and gamepad support, 5 new musical tracks, and the same brain-tickling puzzles and offbeat humor that won it IGN's Best Adventure Game of the Year award back in the day, Sam & Max Save the World Remastered is a modern classic that you'll love to play or play again. There's more. Now, let's go save the world. It's just another day at the office for the self-proclaimed freelance police. When the commissioner calls in with a disturbing report, former child stars are running amok in the street. What starts as an open and shut case of idiotic vandalism balloons into an all-out conspiracy, as Sam and Max encounter one miscreant after another, who have been mysteriously hypnotized. You can tell from the spinny thing they do with their eyes. Who's the source of this malfeasance, and what is their dastardly plan? Cracking this case will require Sam's nose for detective work, Max's lack of conscience, and an assortment of inventory items, and a little help from neighbors Sybil Pandemic, Bosco, and Jimmy Two-Teeth. From Sam & Max's street to the White House lawn, inside the internet, and all the way to the moon, this baffling mystery gets weirder and funnier as it unfolds. It's weird that they did have the original game and GOG just straight up removed it. Does Steam have the original game? No, this is Sam & Max Hit the Road. I want the other Sam & Max. Pre-purchase Sam & Max Save the World. What? Where's the original Save the World? Well, Sam & Max wins the poll anyway. I think it's too good to give up the opportunity to play it on release night. So, sorry, Downfall. We might see you the day after. Yeah, we can probably decide next week, but I think we might want to just wait for the re-release, the remasters of the other games. We know they're coming out. Like, based on what the company's doing and what they've stated they want to do, we know they're going to work on them. I'm trying to find original Sam & Max Save the World screenshots. Okay, so here we go. I found one. So this is the original Sam & Max. Or no, this is not the original. This is the Sam & Max remake. And this... hold on. Oh, that's not what I wanted. This is what the original looked like. So it doesn't look spectacularly different, but you can definitely tell, at least the most obvious thing to me is the TV here. Look at what the TV looks like here versus that. Or, I guess, like, you can take a look at Max. So it doesn't look like they even maybe used... Like, it could have actually just been the same model rendered better. Or, like, a higher poly. And yeah, okay, the lighting is way better. But I feel like they could like, these characters aren't spectacularly complex. They could have taken the original assets and basically just like slightly made everything better, and then re-rendered any cutscenes with better lighting, have the game engine be able to render better lighting on the fly. And the lighting is way better. Sam looks pretty crap in the older screenshot here. Max looks pretty crap compared to new Max here. You can kind of see a little bit the shadow that right here. That is probably just 100% like a baked in shadow. I imagine they probably didn't remake everything from scratch, because I think they were actually able to get the original like source and assets, since you know they are the devs of the original one. They probably were able to get that from Telltale, because Telltale went under, so yeah, they could have gotten all of it. The papers up here as well actually look really bad. The papers up top on this thing, you can tell, are like just 6 flat surfaces. Which, I mean, yeah, that's what a stack of paper can look like, but like, they look particularly bad. Well, yeah, next week on Wednesday, I will update the schedule. Wednesday, December 2nd, 6:30 p.m. PST. Sam and Max Save the World, Season 1, or Sam and Max Season 1, Sam and Max Save the World. Sam and Max Season 1, Sam and Max Save the World. I don't know what you call it exactly. Hey, you know what's that's gonna be one of the first times that we've done? Play something in a category that is actually going to have a bunch of people in it. Because people are definitely going to be playing the new Sam and Max. Alright, farming that new release game. Oh yeah. Wringing my dirty mitts. Other than that, wow, it's not even 10. By now it's been almost 3.5 hours. And that's because we've been talking about this slowly and rating the game, but overall I think that game took us a total of like 7 hours? Probably close to. Anyway. Hide that. Bring this back out. I think this one should be good. It's probably better than the first Sam and Max. Probably, hopefully. I don't imagine it's bad because they made 3. Do we want to do anything else here? Can we do anything else? I might just call this one a bit early today, because I am still trying to edit that video that I talked about last week, and it is taking a very long time, and now I need to install a new program to do stuff on it, and it's super slow. But I do still want to play, like, what is it, Road Rally Trivia, Crush Deluxe. I need to get it running better, first off. I think I actually have a thing of games to come back to. Where is it? yeah, I'm gonna call it for tonight. Short stream, but we beat the game. Next week we have to buy a brand new game. Maybe I can you pre-order on GOG? Is there any sale for that? I think... Who is it? Someone... Never mind. I'll figure that out after. Thank you everyone who came by. Thanks for showing up at the end, Nog. I'm gonna make food and go to bed earlier than usual. And that's it. That's all I got. Actually, you know what? Hold on. I got at least one more thing to do. But who's live? All right, go check out Games by Design, aka Dez. The one more thing I had before I was going to go. Oh yeah, I'm gonna rename that emote after stream, probably. Or Friday. I'm gonna rename that emote just Hugo. Because it is Hugo. The one thing I had before I leave. Where is it? Where is it?
Remember, kids, say no to drugs and yes to oral sex.
Good night.